Since you were drafted in 1996, 2 owners, 3 head coaches, 4 defensive coordinators, 16 starting quarterbacks, you're still here, heart and soul of this football team. What's the secret to that longevity?
God, I have no answers for that. I enjoy the game. I've been able to fight back through injuries and through favor, man. I'm still here. I really have bought into, chasing something, and I've had a lot of lucky breaks. Tore a shoulder, tore an hamstring, but every year I always came back stronger. And my passion for the game, it's never changed since day one. You talk about 1996. The way I feel right now has never changed. It's just the watery mouth, the hunger that I feel just to compete. So, when it starts from longevity, my high school coach told me something a long time ago: just work. Let everything else fall in place. And for my career, if anything I was accredited to is I'm willing to work.
How does that passion, though, Ray, get regenerated year after year? Where does it come from?
I think it comes from definitely inside now. It comes from, a deep place that remembers when you weren't who you are now, when you had to still fight, and that fight still remains in me to say I'm a rookie all over again because somebody's going to challenge me. There's a new day. There's a faster running back. There's a bigger tackle. There's all of these things. So if you are who you say you are, I know who I am. And that's where it comes from. Me knowing who I am, there's nothing I won't give up to just compete against somebody. Bottom line.
Yeah, and the challenge this year is no Rex Ryan, no Bart Scott, no Jim Leonard. Yeah. And people are going to say, okay, can Ray do it? Does Ray still have it?
We've always lost people. You just said it yourself. It's a mystique, man. It's more of, somebody asked me the question the other day, am I better than I was 5 years ago? And I answered that question, yeah, because of the people I can get to play around me, because of my influence to make other men believe in something way different than they will ever think about when you step on a football field. So that part of who we are as Baltimore, that lives here. Nobody can take that nowhere else. No other coach who ever leave, you can't take what has been built here. And if it's anything to hold on to that, it's 52. If it's one consistent that's been here the whole time, 52 ain't been nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. You see? And so all of these different men that come in, I one way or another grab them individually. And I kind of teach it to them to say it's only one way. Now, a lot of them, I think, lose it once they leave here because it's a certain knack that you have. Every team has its own personality. And so when you go through all the different changes, man, I accept it because it's always a new day. It's always better to learn from whether it's Marvin, whether it's Jack, whether it's Rex, whether it's Mike Nolan. All these guys, you're like saying to yourself, oh, what's next? What's next is football is still football.
Did you really consider leaving Baltimore this offseason?
Heck no. Heck no.
Okay. Just want to set the record straight.
I could. Sal, let me answer that question honestly. Where would I go?
Yeah, where would you go?
You know how you might see a beautiful woman, you might flirt like, oh wow, she's nice. Flirt it. Oh wow, maybe I look good in this uniform. Maybe that might be good. What about this? What about that? So-and-so. Child, please. I ain't going nowhere. Man, some places, I'm telling you, man, if you can take your ego out of it, you'll realize that you're truly blessed. And I'm blessed to be in this city. Man, this city loves me. This is my city, and to walk out on that football field, and not just to walk on the football field, to walk anywhere in this city, man, it's open arms. It's open arms, whatever it may be. So going somewhere, nah, man. And like I told Steve, I was like, everybody said I made a big deal out of it. I just took 6 days out of free agency to sign back. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line, because it wasn't about the money for me, man. I've made football money. That's good stuff. But, I'm around a great core of guys that I want to end my career with. I want to end where I started it at. When somebody researched my legacy from 1996 to whenever it stops, I've done it. I gave you everything I had in Baltimore.
I mentioned 16 quarterbacks. Now you wake up in the morning and you finally got yourself a franchise young quarterback. I mean, and you had to wait till age 34 to get it.
Yeah, since college.
But it must feel good.
Yeah, man. It feels,
You wake up and you see Flacco.
yeah, it feels past good. It feels, like it's a fair advantage. Like, now, let's play football. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got somebody over there who everybody respects. He respects, man. And that young kid is special. I mean, I said it the first day I saw him throw the football. I love his approach to the game. I love his ability that he's been gifted with. And from there, he'll lead us wherever we're going to go.
Tavares Gooden. He's a young pup. You've taken him under your wing. Is he a Ray Lewis in training, an heir apparent?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and every one of them is. Ellaby, from, Prescott Burgess to McClain, all of them, man. I every day sitting in a meeting, I'm critiquing these guys. Like, don't cross over. Why shuffle? Why run? You know what I'm saying? Like, slow your game down. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that comes with, years in the league, is that now it's like the Matrix to me. It's like, oh, everything's so slow and this. But to them, it's like, I'm like, no, don't make those little mistakes. But Tavares is the one that, he's so aggressive. He's so aggressive. I'm like, be aggressive on the point of impact. Don't be aggressive to let your eyes take you places you aren't supposed to go. So those are little things that I try to teach them, man. And those are the things that I tell you, it keeps you sharp mentally as well. I mean, it keeps you on your thing. When you say read your keys through the triangle, make sure your feet don't never take a false step. Then when you watch yourself on film, you're saying to yourself like, wow, okay. So everything you are teaching, you're telling them. So Tavares, man, he's a fast learner. And the beautiful part about him is you give him a play or you give him an adjustment, he got it. You don't have to think. And that's kind of what excites me about him, is that he just, but a lot of our guys play like that, though. You give them something to do, man, they think, it's over, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Mess up full speed. Don't just never mess up halfway. So it's kind of a good thing that I'm trying to teach them. But Tavares is one of those special ones.
Rex Ryan's up in New York, head coach. He had a very big personality on this team. What's the impact of losing Rex Ryan?
Well, I think it's more of a comfortability. He had been here years. He had been here over 10 plus years. And anytime you have somebody around that long, their personality is going to grow on you. Anytime you got a personality like a Rex. Rex is more like a father figure. Going to go to war with you, but going to always walk you through the steps and always be there for you. So if anything, that leaves, but then you kind of get John's, you kind of catch on to John personality real quick. And then, more importantly, I think, you lose somebody like that, but then when you gain somebody like a Greg Madison, you're like, wow, how can time and time again I keep getting, whether I'm changing or not, I keep getting quality, pure people, men, and you're losing Rex, you lose a man, but you replace him with, coach like Coach Madison, and it's like, wow, okay, it's not like I got to totally change who I am. All I got to do is be me, and Coach Madison presents that. He really leans on that. He don't try to diminish anything that Rex ever put or installed into this defense. He just says, whatever y'all been doing, keep doing it. I'm only here to facilitate this, facilitate that, and then y'all go do y'all. Because it's y'all defense, it's y'all personality, things like that. So if anything you leave for him being here so long, bottom line. But like I said again, man, the personality of who we are will live in this building. It's just in this building. It's in who we are, just like every team has their own personality themselves.
You addressed the team about Steve McNair prior to this camp, or when camp started. Is that right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Okay. What did you say, Ray?
I think some things in life you share, and then some things you leave with men's heart. And in a nutshell, I left just